Hello, welcome to Tabletalk. I am your host, Charmaine Cohen, the coordinator of Parent University, a program of the Office of Parent Engagement. Today, we will talk about doing the right thing. My guests today include one of our leaders in the community, Chief Moore of the Rochester Police Department, a tremendous young lady, Lanai Weatherspoon, and her father, Lydell Weatherspoon. It is my hope that our discussion today will inspire all of us, adults and students, to step forward, be a leader, and do the right thing for the sake of our community and its member. Chief Moore, I want to thank you for being here today. I know you're very busy, but thank you for coming. We're going to talk about Do the Right Thing Awards program, and I know many people have heard about it, but
Yes.
not quite sure what it is. So if you don't mind, could you give us a history of this program?
I will. And Charmaine, good morning, and thank you so much for having me and giving me the opportunity to speak about something that's very important to the entire police department, and that's the Do the Right Thing program. I think it's a program that's been very catchy over the years, and we actually started. This program actually was rolled out by the police department under former Chief Bob Warshaw, who had spent a considerable amount of his career in Miami, Miami Police Department. In 1994, he saw the need to bring the program to Rochester. And by 95, we had actually incorporated articles of incorporation, nonprofit status, 501c3. We incorporated a board of directors. And the main thing that we needed, other than the sponsors, we couldn't do this program without our sponsors, is the youth, the children who were doing not only extraordinary things, but everyday good decisions. And so we wanted to find a way to recognize young people, students in the city, and we've reached beyond that at this point. We're actually going out into our towns and our villages for nominations, but primarily from the city. To tell children, we appreciate what it is that you've done, whether it's saving a life, being involved in community activities, or simply being a role model for your peers.
And that recognition is very much needed.
It truly is. And I know in many cases, even now, and I talk to young people who sometimes don't feel that they have the opportunity just to be heard by adults. And this is a way for us, not only parents, teachers, school district, the community at large, to simply recognize a young person for doing the right thing and giving them that recognition that can carry them not only back to their neighborhoods to be a role model for others to follow, but hopefully during their life to be those future leaders, the future mayor and the future chief, the future principals and teachers. All of those things are important to the success of our community.
Absolutely. Now, this program has been around about 15 years?
That's correct.
Okay. So it is very much long-lasting?
Yes, it has.
Okay. Can you tell me what the goals and objectives are of the program? Is it to decrease incidents among youth?
Yes, that as well. But primarily, the goal is to establish a positive relationship for young people with the police department. Sometimes we struggle in this area. And I know it's very important for us to have relationships that we can build on that do build trust with young people. Because sometimes it is a natural distrust in many cases. So it gives us an opportunity to give something back to the youth. The officers are very much involved. They actually are involved in the ceremony. We have officers that are actually involved in escorting young people, the recipients, down the aisle, if you will, to receive some of the things that we'll talk about here in terms of some of the things and items that we give away at the ceremony. But even more importantly and beyond, I see it as an opportunity for recruitment and just helping a young person get put in the right direction. Certainly, I would love to have every recipient be a member of the Rochester Police Department, because I can tell you, I've met some extraordinary young people over the last 3 years, and I've been very proud of all of them. And I'm just so proud to be a part of this program. And the community has my word. I will continue the program as long as I can, and hopefully even beyond that.
That's good to know. Now, it has been around for quite a bit, and I know you have some successes. Can you share that with us?
And we have had successes, and the numbers are very encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we have, since the inception of the program, we've actually identified almost 4,000 youth
Wow.
who were nominated.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, we've had about 700 that actually have went through the ceremony
Okay.
and received recognition. But we do go back, and that's the selection committee.
Mm-hmm.
And Wanda Markert is currently involved with supervising the selection committee
Mm-hmm.
to take another look at the individuals who didn't make it the first time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We always find a way to recognize even those individuals who were not involved in the ceremony.
That's good.
I think it's very important. Mm-hmm. Exactly. We have a criteria that's utilized by the selection committee, which I think is very fair. But once again, I think what's important is to wave the flag, if you will, for
Absolutely.
RPD, that this is a program that is so critical, and we could not do it without those nominees, because we know that there are young people out there every day doing extraordinary things.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's talk about specifically with the city school district. How many students have become winners in this program?
For example, just this year, the school district, 52 schools have participated. I think that number is important.
Mm-hmm.
We've had 34 urban, and if I can talk about urban
Sure.
schools
Mm-hmm.
for just a moment, it truly goes beyond the boundaries of the city.
Mm-hmm.
We do feel that children do come into the city. Kids are obviously expected to comply with our curfew and other ordinances and laws when they come into the city.
Okay.
But we also want to recognize them for something that they're doing that's very well. 11 suburban schools are involved, and 7 parochial schools. And just to host, we've actually, our top 2 schools for nominations received was Henry Longfellow School, that's school number 36.
School
I
36.
think you're aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
We've had 7 young people who were nominees,
Mm-hmm.
and certainly the Charles Carroll School number 43. Those 2 schools have been very much involved in the program, and I would like to really salute both of those schools.
Mm-hmm.
My hat's off to all of them. Once again, given the fact that we need resources from our sponsors, given the fact that we need officer involvement, what we really need is the community to recognize and take just a few moments to fill out a form. That form can also be filled out on our website, and I'll give that out here as we go on. It's
Okay.
dotherightthing.org. That will give individuals an opportunity to really see the program up close, many of our successes over the years, and also an opportunity to nominate someone for this very worthy award.